Hello, it's Miss Christine in my yoga studio. How's everybody today? There's my little Tibetan yoga bells. Miss Chloe is down here. She's going to be our director today. And in the back is Miss Yogi. She's going to practice with us. Woo! Okay. Today is going to be a first part of a two-part video session on the triangle pose. And the reason I want to do this is I want to start you out on a triangle pose, showing you two of the basic parts of triangle pose that I want you to get down before you do a challenge triangle pose. So we're going to call this the beginner triangle pose. Don't be scared of the challenge triangle pose though. The only difference is that we go deeper into it. So I want you to think about the basics before we go deeper into it. All right. The triangle pose is used mainly in the work session of a yoga practice. So the Mountain 2 session in Yoga Fit Classes curriculum. And it is, it builds strength in your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, your hip flexors, your core section, and even your shoulders and your upper and lower back. But the hallmark of the triangle pose is its stretching qualities. And it stretches the exact same things that it builds strength in. So, and plus more. So it stretches your feet, your ankles, again, your quads and your hammies and your hip flexors, your core section, and your back. It can even stretch your neck if you really stretch out like a rubber band in the tilting section. We are going to start in a mountain pose. Usually you will get into the triangle pose from a warrior 2 pose, but we're going to start with a wide stance mountain pose instead. So let me move my stool out of the way and get over here, and let's get into our finest mountain pose that we can muster up today. Feet into the ground, building up all that energy. Tummy tucked in, tush tucked under. Feel all the energy building up. Our ribs are open. Our shoulders are down and back. Our chin is parallel to the floor, and our crown of our head is going up to the heavens. Perfect mountain pose. I want you to step 1 to 2 feet apart. The further apart you step, the further you'll be able to tilt when we do our tilting action. I'm going to be about 1.5 feet. Your toes are pointing forward, and you're still in your wonderful mountain pose. Remember, your head is over your heart, is over your pelvis. Tuck that tummy in, remember, and the tush under. Now, I want you to pick up your right foot and rotate it 90 degrees. Notice I didn't do this. My hips are going to stay forward, and I'm just going to rotate my ankle so that my toes, my right toes, I'm starting with my right foot, by the way, are pointing to the right wall. My left toes are staying forward. Let us put our hands on our hips. Let's take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Keep the shoulders down. That's my big bugaboo, is keeping those shoulders down. Now we're going to be moving our body in a pendulum action, tilting. It's going to be going like this. This is your butt, this is your head, and you're going to stay in neutral spine, just like you are in mountain. As you go down, you will slide your right hand down to your thigh, down your thigh, right above your knee. So take a deep breath. As you exhale, your left hip goes that way and your torso goes that way in a pendulum action. There you go. Not very far. You don't have to go very far. Keep the shoulder back. Feel your torso pulling up so that you're diagonally stretching. You can look down at your toes. You can look straight ahead at me, or you can look up over this left shoulder. Now you will be asked to probably stay in this position for somewhere between 45 seconds, or take 5 and 6 breaths. If you are doing this breathing exercise, it can do a lot to relieve a lot of mental tension, anxiety, even depression when you're doing the breathing exercises. Let's take a big breath, and up we come. There we go. Straighten out your foot. Let's try the other side. Lift your toes and go 90 degrees. Make sure that these toes are straight ahead. Inhale and tilt like a pendulum with your hand running down your thigh. You can look down at your toes, straight ahead again, or over your right shoulder. Remember that your body has done a pendulum movement like that. I want you to really get used to your hips going back that way and your torso going that way, and keeping this shoulder back. Inhale and come back up and straighten out. Now, this asana, this pose, can be really good on your feet. If you have flat feet, if you dig those toes into the ground, you can lift the arch of your foot and relieve flat-footedness. Because we're doing all these actions with this pendulum movement, it can relieve sciatica in your back, and it can also massage digestive organs, aiding in digestion. Like I said, when you're in this position, when you're in the asana and you're down and you're doing breathing exercises, it can also do a lot for anxiety and mental tension. And like I said, even depression can be relieved. So let's try one more time. Inhale, and like a pendulum, down we go. Do not grab your knee. Have your hand above your knee. And inhale, and up we go. Other side. Inhale, and down we go. Above your knee, and up we come. Now, it's very important that you understand that this is your base. Your feet are your base. They're the most important part of the beginning of your triangle. That is really, that base will really help you start the whole pose properly. To practice the pendulum action, you can actually get against a wall. Unfortunately, I don't have one here. Have your whole backside against the wall and feel yourself move against the wall. If at any time you leave part of that wall, you are out of alignment, and that is what you want to avoid. You want to stay in neutral spine, in alignment. See, my hips are going one way and my torso is going another way. As far as your knee goes, your knee should be in alignment with your ankle. That doesn't mean it has to be right over your ankle, but it needs to be in alignment over your ankle, or in alignment with your ankle, so that it's not like that. You don't want it wonky. You want it in alignment. Also, again, do not hold onto your knee. In beginning triangle, we are above our knee, and when we do the challenge triangle, we will be below our knee. If at any time you feel like your knee is getting cranky, you may have locked it. So you can fudge a little bit and give it a little bit of a relax. That is the beginning of triangle. And the next time we meet, I'm going to introduce you to the challenge triangle. Do not be afraid. It's just down deeper, and we will be using blocks and chairs to hold on to. Pendulum. Think of a pendulum. Remember this. This is the thought for the day. It doesn't matter how slow you go, but you do not ever stop. Never, never stop. Keep on going. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.